right, let's rock and roll tonight.
Zaleski Sports, Game of the Week.
It is the Game of the Week. Jason Zaleski here. Dan Ross to my left. Katie Lecton to my right. I guess I'm the joker in the middle.
You look like one.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's my Technicolor Mickey Mouse jacket. A little different than the dream coat, but still dreamy all at the same time. What do we have here tonight, Dan? We've got the visiting Mosinee Indians and the Marathon Red Raiders, and this is now officially the Brickner Motors of Little Chicago pregame show. Today's pregame show brought to you by Brickner, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. When you need a new vehicle, let their family take care of yours on Little Chicago's northeast side. It takes a while to get from the south to the north in Little Chicago.
It is. I tell the fans every week that it is a car lot, and that's about it.
That's about it. It used to be a lot more. It used to be, it was Vacation Haven, and on your way from Chicago up to Little Bohemia and all the places up north where the folks from Chicago would vacation back in the 1920s-ish.
The gangster days, right?
It was the game. I was alluding to it. You hit it.
Yeah.
You just
Dillinger.
You plowed right through right through it.
Yeah, a storied history up there.
It really is, though.
It really is.
Yep, and you can still see the bullet holes over at Little Bohemia. They've preserved them, I guess is maybe the way to say that. All right, so this is non-conference basketball. This was a game that was scheduled for Tuesday night. So here we are now on Friday. The two teams still interested in playing. You're not forced to play or to reschedule a non-conference game, but we're glad they did because we think this is got a lot of intrigue, this one. The storied history of the Marathon Red Raiders, the tall and fast-moving Mosinee Indians here in 2025. Dan, you've seen Marathon play. What did you and Coach Jacobson talk about a few minutes ago? Yeah,
before the game, got to talk to Coach Jacobson a little bit about what to expect and things that he was worried about. And he's obviously worried about Stoffel, and he's worried about Ranke as well. Yeah. And really concerned about not turning the ball over, leading to layups the other way, right? If it becomes a racetrack, he doesn't feel like his team has a good chance to win tonight.
It's funny you said that because I talked to Matt Lindsay from the Mosinee Indians, and number one job for Coach Lindsay and his Indians, transition.
Yep.
That's what he told me. We are going to run. We are set to run. We talked about, and he did practice his team. He set his team up to practice against the 1-3-1 this week. Yep. So he said that on tape they've seen very little of it. I think that jives with you.
Yep.
And he said he expects to see a lot of it tonight.
And when I was talking to Coach Jacobson, he was playing coy a little bit. That's what coaches do, right?
They're sneaky.
And I said, I expect to see a lot of 13 tonight, and he just kind of smiled and nodded his head. And that's why Mosinee wants to get out in transition, because if you're in transition, a team can't set up in the zone.
That's exactly
get easy baskets.
That's exactly it. Mosinee, in Division II, they are ranked number 12 in all the land. So pretty good team on the other side in purple. We will continue our Brickners of Little Chicago pregame show right after this on Zaleski Sports.
Here at Brickner Motors, in Little Chicago, we will help you order your brand new Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, or Jeep, and get it equipped the way you want it, in the color you've always dreamed of. Whether you choose from our in-stock selection or order factory fresh, quality vehicles at competitive prices are what keep people coming back again and again. Make the drive out to Brickner Motors on Little Chicago's northeast side and let our family take care of your family. You can count on us.
And back here in Marathon, home of the Red Raiders, as we put the finishing touches on the Little Brickners of Chicago pregame show. And we're expecting a good one here, Dan. If you were going to really, be honest about this, it's tilted in one way, and we may see that come second half here. But there are some things that Marathon can prove tonight, I think, and that's being able to hang. Win. Obviously, you play to win the game, Herm Edwards, but to hang with a ranked team in Division II would be a big accomplishment, I think, for the Red Raiders.
Absolutely. And Marathon is sitting tied for second place in the Merriwood South, a really good conference. Mosinee also a game behind in the Great Northern. I think they're in third place now, but just a game behind. If you remember this game last year, Marathon went to Mosinee, and that was Marathon's only regular season loss of the year at the buzzer.
Right.
Yeah. So you like to say that maybe it's a chance of redemption, but it's a completely different marathon team this year.
Completely different. The team on the rise, though, on the Mosinee side. So that's what we're set up for here. We will turn our microphones courtside for today's national anthem.
Playing of our national anthem.
Dan, obviously that was a pre-recorded version. There was some singing in the background. I just couldn't pick it up if that was the choir here from the high school or just something else, but it sounded nice.
Yeah, for those that are at Marathon throughout the year, it's 50-50 if the speakers will work. So sometimes we do have to sing it. Yeah.
Oh, no. Oh, no. All right, so starting lineups. Let's send it back down courtside for today's starting lineups. First for the Mosinee Indians.
Sebastian Anderson. 6' junior, number 3, Carson Bogard. 6' senior, number 22, Gavin Schmiel. 6'4" junior, number 23, Tree Stoppel. And the 6'4" sophomore, number 30, Braden Reinke. Mosinee is coached by Matt Lindsay, assisted by Jason Schulte and Adam Buhak, Kyle Brewster, and Conrad Snell. And now the starting lineup here, Red Raiders. 6'1" junior, number 4, 2 Burns. 6'2" sophomore, number 5, Garrett Bracewell. 6'3" junior, number 10, Drew Wayne. 5'7" junior, number 12, Landon Snyder. And 6'1" senior, number 22, Cody Redkey.
Today's pregame show has been brought to you by Brickner Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. When you need a new vehicle, let their family take care of yours on Little Chicago's northeast side. Last comment I had from Coach Lindsay, I just want to pass along to you and, of course, the rest of the audience, is what he's concerned about when Marathon has the ball, and he said true. We are concerned about true. We got to stop when he's using his left hand. We got to stop that. And very concerned about True, and so we'll see what sort of emphasis the defense puts on Marathon's number 5? 4, True Thurs. Yep. There you go.
Yeah, and Marathon going with a little bit different of a starting lineup, trying to match height the best that they can. Mosinee is going to have a couple inches on every player that they're matched up with tonight.
All right, Dan Ross with today's play-by-play.
Yeah, Marathon wins the tip. Drew Wolfel with the tip win tonight. Brackey drives to the short corner.
Man defense for the Indians to start.
Man-to-man.
That's right.
Bill Raftery. Yeah. Marathon patient. Schneider drives to the paint. Outside, reversing the ball. Wolfel in the corner. Wolfel and True Thurs both like to play booty ball, as it were. Back down their defender. Mosinee helping early.
Well, you can already see the height and the length for Mosinee on display here.
Absolutely. Settling for a long jumper, Schneider, no good. Rebound comes down to Schmiel. Marathon matched up this time down. Bad pass out of bounds. Turnover to the Red Raiders.
Is there ever a good pass out of bounds? Okay.
No, it really isn't.
There can be a bad pass inbounds, though, too.
It's true. Little trap towards half court. Stolen away. Nope, going to have a jump ball. Either way, Indians ball.
It was Braden Reinke getting his hands up on the ball and made what you thought was a foul. I did, too, a little bit of a rip gesture as he jerked it away, but jump ball the call.
Yeah. Quickly, all the way down. First two of the night for Gavin Schmiel.
Well, there we saw that transition. That came out of a inbound play.
Yep.
And right away, another steal.
Another steal. 2-2-1 full court press. 4-0 quick. Marathon has struggled with full court defense this year. A little sloppy here in the early going for the Red Raiders. Thurs is double teamed. Pass underneath. Schneider, nice up and under move for 2.
Well, you got Schneider coming in at 5'7". I'm going to give him 5'5.5", but there he is, the shortest guy on the floor, making a nice bucket under the basket.
Yeah. You know what? When you cut to the basket, you're going to get the ball. Marathon still in man.
Well, and you would figure they'll be in man until they discover they can't.
Yeah. Outside 3, front iron no good. Ball's loose, gets his own rebound up, another miss. Wolfel with the rebound, and he's fouled.
Yeah, he got hacked by Treve Stoffel. Dan, Indians, though, able to crash the boards there, too. I mean, they are using their height to every advantage here so far. I've seen it on the defensive end. We've seen it here in the what will turn out to be a half-court trap, perhaps here. You saw it there on the offensive glass. They are just taller than the other team, and there's going to be some differences there.
Yeah, and Marathon doesn't really have anything set up for this full court defense.
There was the half-court trap I mentioned. Red Raiders able to pass out of it.
And if Marathon's going to be successful, it is going to be because they're getting to the basket. They're not settling for threes. They're not a great three-point shooting team, and they get into trouble when they settle for it. Patient this time down. Bracewell hasn't started many games this year. He's number 5. Here's a Thurs 3 from the corner. No good. Ball's loose. Wolfel gets the board. Gets the defender up in the air. Smart play. He's going to go to the line to shoot a pair.
Yeah, Reinke escaped having a foul over here, what was a jump ball, and now picks up his first here. And if there is something for the Red Raiders there, Dan, it is if you can get these guys into foul trouble, that is the one thing that will negate the height difference.
Yeah, and what Coach Lindsey's going to tell his guys is you got 4 or 5 inches on these guys. You don't have to jump.
Yeah, no reason to get up like that. We take a look here. TRW Auto Body in Mosinee offers top quality collision repair. They'll have your vehicle back the way it was quickly and efficiently. Also 24-hour towing. TRW Auto Body in Mosinee, your friendly fender bender mender.
Second one's good. Little tongue twister every night for us over here in Marathon.
That's of what I looked forward to on coming to this game. It was that. Now I'm leaving. I got that read done. Fender bender mender.
Yep. Stanicky in the game, giving Wolfel a little bit of a rest. Here's a corner 3 for Belgar for 3.
The gooseneck was a fine display of follow-through.
It was. Little crossover dribble. Schneider picks up his dribble. Skip pass. Thurs into the paint. Little long on the layup. Gets his own rebound. Good defense by Mosinee. But a second chance opportunity for the Red Raiders.
It was good defense up until the missed rebound. Just a poor display of identifying the ball on the missed shot.
Yep, Marathon settling for a 3, no good. Mentioned it a little bit. They shoot a lot of threes. They don't make a lot of threes. Little give and go. Nice offense by the Indians. Shot's no good. Thurs with the rebound.
Yeah, off the side of the backboard went Belgard. There's a tongue twister.
Yeah.
By the way, some sort of Hawaiian night here for the Marathon kids.
I'm glad you joined them.
Well, somewhat, I guess.
Yeah.
Colorful.
Bracewell traveled.
Yeah, he sure did. He ran into what was that time a stationary Braden Reinke. A planted, camped out Reinke.
Ian Shuda coming into the game. Probably the best three-point shooter that the Red Raiders have.
Ian or Ian? Or Seinfeld reference.
Yeah,
I remember
Ian, yeah.
worked at the tuxedo shop or whatever. That was his buddy, Ian.
Yeah, that was the guy that Jerry was really upset because a guy came up and hit on Ian, right? And he asked, how do you know we're not together? But I don't know. I just didn't think so. Ian.
Ian.
No, Ian. Yeah.
All right.
How about a top of the key three? No good. Front iron.
Yeah, left it just short.
Bad pass.
So that was one of those bad passes inbounds that we now have seen. We've seen a bad pass out of bounds and a bad pass inbounds, both from Marathon.
Yep. In some trouble. He didn't establish himself in the front court yet, so it was okay. And the officials were on it.
He was clean.
That's a tough shot and kind of a bailout call.
He did get bailed out. Schimmel of the Gavin variety is going to pick up the foul, but that shot was going nowhere when he left his feet.
Yeah.
Marathon's favorite place for holiday festive and local home decor is Copper Mug. This local gem, filled with excellent gifts for friends and family. You can get a great selection of woodworking, handmade items, and so much more. Find them on Facebook or stop by the Copper Mug in Marathon.
It's an interesting place.
They've got some fun pictures on the Facebook page.
Yeah.
Still waiting for the lady friend to take me to the Copper Mug.
Mitch Mickleg comes in the game for the first time for Mosinee.
All right.
Mosinee and Marathon, two of the premier teams of the Wausau, extended Wausau Metroplex.
The micropolitan area.
Yeah. Wausau's an interesting town because there are some Division I teams, but not as prestigious as these two, I would say.
Yeah, the storied history as Mickleg climbed a half a story and made a nice layup there.
Yeah.
Shot fake.
And Mosinee is showing something that Marathon is not seeing, and that is really good, crisp passing. Really fundamental, firing the ball, and Marathon's just been a step slow trying to defend it.
Yeah, and some of that is just the pure difference between a Division IV school and a Division II school as well. Just having those types of athletes.
Wolfel, three from the corner, no good. Felt like another settle. Thurs with another offensive rebound, though, and that's been an issue for Mosinee so far.
Yeah, good for Marathon to grab those. It's a little, another one.
Oh, and missed the left-handed layup.
Overlaid it, got a little excited.
Yeah. Another transition opportunity going to the line to shoot a pair is going to be Mickleg. So quick, Mosinee got down the floor in 2 dribbles.
And again, that's their game plan according to head coach Matt Lindsay. And really, Dan, that's their game plan every game.
Yeah.
It's just the style of offense they want to play with these tall, athletic guys.
Yeah, and there's not a whole lot that Coach Jacobson can do. We talked that we're probably going to see a lot of zone, but the zone's not going to do anything against that because you have to stop the ball.
Yeah. Coach Lindsay's going to have something to say to his team at halftime. He's probably not going to get it in a timeout, but at halftime about rebounding. That has been a problem.
Mickleg makes the second. 12-4 Mosinee, 12:08 left to play in the first half. Here's Shuda.
Yeah, kickball there.
Kickball, yeah.
Sure was.
It was a good idea. A no-look pass would have been better there. Kind of telegraphed it a little bit. 12:01, baseline out of bounds. Blob.
I still like Bloob, but that's fine. Baseline out
There's
of bounds.
Shuda,
Bloob.
3 off the screen, no good. Another offensive rebound, this time by Behrens. Bracewell 3, long 2, no good. Cold from beyond the arc. Another transition bucket.
Step, dribble, hop. It's one of my favorite moves, and that was worked well by Braden Reinke, and we've got a timeout on the floor. Marathon calls it. Mosinee leads it 14-4 on the Zaleski Sports Game of the Week.
Axis Insurance is your complete independent insurance agency for auto, home, business, and life insurance serving Wisconsin and Minnesota. Insurance can often be confusing and frustrating, but with Axis Insurance you get experienced advisors that pair you with exactly the coverage you need at the most competitive prices for every stage of life. Located in Weston and a proud supporter of area high school athletics, their business truly does revolve around you. Learn more at accessinsurance.net or by calling 715-355-8400.
Marathon's favorite bowling alley and family fun center is Marathon Sports Center on Highway 107 in Marathon. Birthday parties, nights out with the family, night leagues, dinner with the family, and so much more is all under one roof at Marathon Sports Center. Open for lunch and dinner on Wednesday through Sunday with a menu that includes burgers, pizza, nachos, Friday fish fry, and so much more. You'll love the fun, energetic atmosphere with plenty of TVs to watch the big game and plenty of space for your next celebration or event at Marathon Sports Center on Highway 107 in Marathon.
So the good for Mosinee, able to score in transition, that's gone according to plan. The good for Marathon is been able to make good on the defensive end rebounding. Just unfortunately for Marathon, though, the rebounds haven't equaled points. 10-point lead for Mosinee out of the Marathon timeout.
Bracewell short arms a 2.
Because you can rebound all you want, but what good is a second or third chance if you're not scoring it?
And here's his own.
Okay. Just like we thought. What a pass. What a dime. Wow. Well, if you can pass around that zone, then that zone is no good.
Well, that was a no look. I mean, it's obvious that Mosinee knows what's going to happen, right? So they were able to practice it. Barron's top of the key. Near side Wolfel from the wing. Picks up his dribble. Marathon is really struggling with the size and the speed of the Mosinee Indians so far in a turnover.
Yeah, I just went back and watched that again. I mean, that was a crisp and clean pass from Stoffel.
Second, third chance is good.
So Reinke able to clean up his own mess there, and now maybe Coach Lindsay did scold his team about rebounding in that timeout. I thought he'd wait till halftime, but maybe you can't wait on that.
Thurs picks up his dribble. Bad pass, nice save and turnover. That is a play that Savaitis is going to, should get credit for a steal on that, although it probably doesn't quite come out that way.
No. No, and you mentioned that pass too, just a cardinal sin passing on the baseline like that with, you can't see your intended target. You're passing through the defense. It's not likely to be your ball most times.
Look at that X pass, that's unbelievable. And
just a touch from Miklig there and finding Reinke underneath. 20-4, Dan.
Yeah, and I don't think we're going to see much of the 1-3-1.
No, not if they can carve it up like that.
No. Looks like it's going to be a push on Miklig.
Yeah, he was a little late getting down to the low block.
I've been impressed with Mosinee so far. It's my first time seeing them play. And I don't see a lot of Division II teams come into this gym, and I've seen Marathon play maybe 10 times this year. And this is by far the best opponent that Marathon has seen this year.
Yeah, you had Wausau East coming here, a Division II team, and that would turn out to be about a 40-point game really early this year.
I was not here for that one,
though. You weren't? Why not?
Because I think Tom was here.
Well, that's no reason.
That's a long 3, back iron, no good. And Marathon knew if they were going to be able to hang with this team, they're going to have those types of shots go down, and they haven't made one yet.
A steal.
Back steal by Bracewell. 2-on-1. He's going to keep it himself. Knocked out of bounds. Nice, quick hands.
Members of the Marathon girls varsity team who just put a whooping on Athens earlier came running through the baseline as that action was coming towards them. They were truly scared for their lives there.
Well, the game a little bit faster than the game that they just played.
It was.
Speed-wise.
It was. Athens didn't put up much of a fight. Blue Jays scored 8 points in the entire game.
Yeah.
Varsity game.
Snyder, 3, no good. Offensive rebound putback is good by Radke.
Well, just perfect position by Radke to get that offensive rebound. He was actually the one tracking the ball on the missed shot and did it well. Here comes more girls from the varsity basketball team. I think they were out in the concession stand eating nachos the whole time.
That could be the JV from the other gym, maybe.
Maybe.
Tough shot underneath. Second chance is good. Reinke's got 10.
Dan, I want to point out our baseline official started to put up his hand to call a foul and then put it back down. And congratulations to him. If it's not a foul, don't call it.
Yeah. Yeah, we're not out here to have touch fouls. Like, call the fouls that matter in the game.
Yeah.
And I'm a big believer of that.
Yeah. I don't know right or wrong for an official, but I liked it.
And we see it a lot with dribbling violations too. Like sometimes they call travel 30 feet from the rim when there's nobody on them. Like why? I get it. Quick hands. I tell you what, Ranky's having a heck of a game. Here's another 2 for him.
And we get a timeout. Adam Jacobson he is exasperated right now. Is that a word?
Yeah.
All right, well, he is beside himself. For good reason. 24-6 Mosinee here in Marathon on Zaleski Sports.
At Ridgetop, we are your trusted, local, affordable exterior renovations expert. Isn't that right, Bo?
Exactly, especially when we are working on someone's biggest investment.
Can you give us an example, Bo?
Well, there was this house. We replaced the roofing, siding, and windows. Then, they left a 5-star review.
One of our thousands of 5-star reviews?
Exactly.
For your free, no obligation estimate, call us today or go to ridgetopexteriors.com.
Well, Dan, Jason Zaleski here with Dan Ross. It's the second timeout that Coach Jacobson has called in the first 10 minutes. What's he telling the team down there?
Got to relax, have to take care of the ball, and get back on defense. And what's probably most disheartening for Coach Jacobson is that Mosinee is throwing 30 to 40-foot passes, right? And that's the kind of thing that, one, it gets Mosinee down the court really fast, but two, those are the types of things that you can defend. You just have to keep your head up.
Yeah, Coach was really frustrated after that last interaction down there.
Yeah, because on some level, it is just hustle. Mosinee is getting down the court faster than Marathon is. So we're under 8 left in the first half. Mosinee up 24-6, really putting a whooping on the Red Raiders here.
Putting the screws to him.
Yep. Bracewell, hook shot, doesn't fall. Good box out that time by Stoffel. Another inside pass for 2.
Good eyes there from Treve Stoffel. We've seen that a few times now. Another assist on the stat line of Treve. And, yeah, they're just able to dissect the Marathon defense.
Yeah, and a lot of it is just the speed of the passes. Marathon hasn't seen this. And, I mean, we've seen Stratford, we've seen Auburndale, we've seen a lot, and it's not this. Schneider buries a 3 to...
Needed points, man. They needed those points.
Stopped the hurting a little bit here. Here's an answer, top of the key 3.
It was an answer, all right. Ballgord just lined it up a couple feet beyond the arc, no problem. It's now, the other thing, Dan, is Red Raiders having to expend their energy in their backcourt, and that's going to have, I think, some effects as this game even wears on, too.
Logan Peters in the game. He has the ball, first time in.
Okay.
Also some size. Turnaround jumper, no good. Have a foul on Mosinee.
Yeah, they're going to call this one on Stoffel under the basket. They're going to say he put the elbow out as the defensive rebound was attempted by Stoffel.
Stoffel's got 2.
Yeah, they're going to come and get him here.
29-9. 6:17 left. Peters to initiate under the basket.
I love that. Well,
bad pass.
That's a bad pass out of bounds.
Yeah.
I love this angle you have up here.
It's not bad, right?
Yeah, this is a good vantage point for a basketball game.
Yeah.
I can see why they put the booth here. This is exactly where it belongs.
Yeah. For those that, it must have been the last Marathon game I did. It was that Auburndale game where Ian Shuda shot it right from the half-court circle, right in front of me.
Yeah.
To force a second overtime, I
believe. What a moment
in
this gym that has had hundreds.
Yeah. Including the Garantula feeding on children. Corner 3 is buried for Schmiel.
Gavin Schmiel, the senior 6-footer, buries it from the corner. Points keep coming for the Indians.
32-9. Peters is going to try to answer. Does.
All right, now we got something going on here. 6'5" on the program, it says here for Peters. Do you think that's accurate?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's the tallest on the team.
All right.
Doesn't get a lot of run most games.
A sophomore, he's still getting it figured out.
Another 3 for Belgord.
The corner to the left of us has been hot tonight.
But it was the pass from 3 feet outside the top of the key down to the post.
True that.
And that's Marathon just not seeing the ball. Stanicky gets inside position, puts it in. He's got 3.
That was good baseline work there by Stanicky. I like that.
Yep.
He could do that again and again.
Marathon going 2-3.
I just noticed that too.
A little bit different of a
Change
look.
the zone here a little bit. Just too strong on the low block for Reinke.
Yeah. And Reinke with a good jump stop. You can jump stop as long as you don't take any more movement after that, to the dismay of some of the officials in the stands.
Well, lesser ruled aficionados for sure.
Bracewell is going to get fouled. Looks like Anderson's going to pick up his first. 4:29 left. It's a 23-point game.
It's team foul number 6 on Mosinee, so if one thing isn't going correct or well, or according to Coach Lindsay's plan, it's the fouls. Another foul will start putting Marathon to the free throw line.
Good minutes for Logan Peters. He comes off the floor.
Yeah, it was good minutes.
Yeah. Wolfel to initiate from the box set. Need to get it in. Looked like that they had something off the curl there, but not brave enough to throw it. Thurs goes baseline, gets the defender up in the air, fouled. He's going to shoot a pair.
Boy, he needed just the earth to tilt just a little. Just off the rim there. Let's see, what else can I tell the folks here? How about WIAA Bar and Grill? WIAA Bar and Grill offers a full menu of lunch and dinner options, burgers, appetizers, weekly specials, and tonight, Friday Fish Fry over at WIAA Bar and Grill. Make plans for lunch and dinner at WIAA Bar and Grill, County Road S, between Marathon and Edgar.
We should have probably gone there. We should make a tradition. Where we go Friday, we just have fish.
I was coming from Mosinee today, staying at the hotel tonight, so I've got a 7 a.m. flight, and I get a nice little shuttle over to the airport.
Where were you going?
The hotel. Going back to Gulf Shores to check in on my Dolphins, and then bring Rachel and the dog back home.
I assume that means that our weekly show on Mondays.
I will again tell you, I'm always available for a Zoom call. Always. Katie said she'll do it if you can't.
Thurs is fouled. He's going to shoot bonus free throws here.
Yep. Yeah, Coach Lindsay takes a peek at the foul situation on the scoreboard. Actually did a double take at it. I don't think you could believe that it's the foul count is 8-1, and I think he's talking to the official about that right now.
How about this on the chat? Vincent Villarreal.
Oh, Vinny.
Vinny.
Well, Vinny.
Yeah.
No race cars tonight, Vinny.
No
motorsports.
Not yet.
Yeah.
They had snowmobile races last weekend in the 35 below wind chill, which is usually the case for the World Snowmobile Championships, honestly.
I suppose, right? What does it matter to them?
I have gone several times, and I don't think it's ever been above 0. That Sunday race is always brutal.
Probably got the Daytona 500 coming up in a couple weeks, I would bet.
Yeah, it should be real soon. Thurs, no good. Fighting for it is Stanicky.
Yeah, Mosinee again caught flat-footed on the defensive rebounding side.
Nice find. Barons with his first 2 of the night.
Yep, bounce pass through the lane, and it was a beauty.
Still a 22-point game. See Mosinee kind of cruising. They have in cruise control right now. You can't go hot the whole time, right?
No.
Skip pass, another 3 for Belgord, no good. Inside position, put back, good, and the foul.
No, just like we learned on Talladega Nights. If you're in the red the whole time, you're gonna blow a cylinder, and then you're out of the race.
It's true. Talladega Nights, kind of an underrated movie because
that's a Tom Cruise movie, right? Is that the one I'm thinking of? No, what's the one I'm thinking of?
You're thinking about Days of Thunder, I think.
Days of Thunder, that's what I'm thinking of. Days of Thunder. Sorry. I don't know my race cars as well.
Talladega Nights is Will Ferrell.
Yeah. No, I know that one. Yeah, Days of Thunder, though. I like that movie. But, Tom Cruise got nervous, and he would start blowing his engine on purpose just to
tip that bounce.
Because he got in a bad wreck early in the movie, and then didn't want to race, but didn't want to admit he wanted to race, and so he'd blow his engine and take him out of the race.
Yeah, so before the football games on Sunday, I have YouTube TV. Here's a steal, bad turnover.
Yep.
Anderson converts.
Sebastian.
Yeah. Thurs just gave it to him. Anyway, before the football games, I was watching my YouTube TV, and I watched some Top Gun. I haven't seen Top Gun in a while.
Yeah.
It is good.
Yeah, it is.
Holds up really well.
Yeah, it's timeless, really.
The first one is really good, yeah. Tom Cruise, he gets some heat for some of his movies, but he had an incredible 8 to 10 year stretch. Using the body, putting it in, Stanicki.
I like that from Stanicki. Just a little tap on the left shoulder, created a couple inches, and a nice move inside.
Yeah, Marathon has had glimpses of really good basketball, but Mosinee has been really impressive. Knocked out of bounds, going to stay here.
You can see why Marathon is a contender in the Marywood South.
Yep.
See that right here. Marathon Cheese, made up of a family of employees, founded in the heart of Wisconsin Dairyland. It's the people who work at Marathon Cheese who bring such passion and commitment to make Marathon Cheese so special. Consider joining Marathon Cheese and apply at mcheese.com. Mickleg on the baseline out of bounds. Nobody looked at number 10.
Mickleg's got 9 off the bench.
When you've got 45 with 2 to play, there's a lot of points to go around.
Radke 3 off back iron, no good. Radke probably one of the better three-point shooters on the team. Look at that spin moving in. Ranke is filling up the scorebook tonight.
Reinke just put Radke on his hip and just took him for a ride to the rim. There's a steal from Stoffel.
Another 2. Ranke's got 18.
Coach Jacobson just standing, arms folded.
Yeah, I mean,
what else can you do at this point, I suppose? Down by 30.
And here's a little 2-on-1, almost a travel. Stanicki tries to go the reverse route, try to use the rim to defend against the shot blocker. Missed it.
Looks like we've got some halftime entertainment brewing in the hallway. We got an offensive foul. Looks like this is going to go on Schmiel. Am I right? No, I'm wrong. It's going to go on Reinke, and I think that's his third.
His second.
It is his second, okay.
Reinke's got 2, Stoffel 2, Schmiel 2.
For a custom-built home, you want to work with the best, and Underwood Construction right here in Marathon is the perfect place to go. For your next home building experience, look to Underwood Construction.
Well, when I talked to Coach Jacobson before the game, he gave me a list of 3-4 things that he had to avoid, and he did not avoid them.
I see your chat here. Hello!
Hello! Hello!
Val Gordon, Savicus.
Are you saying we can do the voice again? No.
Yeah, no.
Are you sure? Okay. Hello!
It's just so fun to say.
Yeah. I was actually watching on Netflix because you can watch Seinfeld on Netflix all day long.
Yes, right.
And it was Susan died today.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, lick too many envelopes.
Lick too many envelopes.
Oh, they were the inexpensive. They were the budget-friendly choice.
Yeah. A little Euro step.
Schneider paid it off. Holy man, there you go. He practiced that in the basement during the summer, I know it.
30 seconds left in the half. See if Mosinee wants to settle and hold for 1.
Here's one for you, Dan. Mosinee's going to take a lead to the halftime.
Probably, yes.
I'm not the best
3
color
from
guy.
the outside. Bellegarde's 4th triple of the half. Really kind of puts a stamp on this one.
I'm the second best color guy in the business.
Jump ball is going to go to Marathon, so Marathon's going to get the ball with 9 seconds left.
Okay. So, and I think, Dan, here with 9 seconds left, if you want to get a little less chewing out from Coach at the halftime break, you run a really good set right here, and you score it at the end.
A lot of teams have plays from the half court right there with about 9 seconds left. Now they're in some trouble.
This is regular offense. Yeah.
Thurs not going to get it off. So mission not accomplished for what you wanted to have happen there.
Same thing in the girls' game, Marathon. Athens, Marathon not able to get a shot off at the halftime, but the Lady Raiders were leading big. Here it's Mosinee leading big at the half, 52-21. We'll bring you some first half stats right after this on Zaleski Sports. ZaleskiSports.com has leveled up. Go to ZaleskiSports.com and choose your favorite schools for easy navigation. From the homepage, choose your school to see team records, upcoming schedules, and past results. Use the video icon to launch the next broadcast. Use the arrow icon to watch any previous broadcast. See the full weekly schedule too. Level up at ZaleskiSports.com.
You should apply for an open opportunity at Marathon Cheese.
It's where you want to start your career. We have a lot of long-term commitment employees.
They work with you and it's great pay, great benefits.
I choose to stay at Marathon Cheese because there's always an opportunity.
Marathon Cheese has worked really great for me and my family.
They donate money to different charities and different things that bring the community up.
There's an opportunity to grow in this company.
Working here at Marathon Cheese has given me a great work-life balance.
I wouldn't work anywhere else. I love working at Marathon Cheese.
At People's State Bank, community is reflected in everything we do. So when you bank with People's, you help support local charities and businesses, help new homeowners establish roots, and create stronger communities to live and thrive in. It's a uniquely People's approach that's always paying dividends. And a pretty good reason to make our community yours too. Visit us at bankpeoples.com.
Dan, nobody told me Lady Gaga was going to be here at the halftime.
Incredible.
But here we are. We get a great halftime show. And while we are entertained on the floor, Dan Ross will first entertain us with leading all scores for the Marathon Red Raiders in this first half.
Yeah, not a lot went right for the Red Raiders in the first half, as the score obviously indicates. But some good individual performances. 7 points for Landon Snyder. He's the point guard. He had the really nice move at the end of the half. He leads all Red Raiders scorers with 7. River Stanicky off the bench, 5 points. 3 points for Logan Peters. He hit the corner 3 midway through the first half. 2 points apiece for Sawyer Behrens and Cody Ratke. And 1 point apiece for True Thurs and Drew Wolfel, the leftover starters from last year's team. As a team, 3 of 6 at the free throw line.
All right. Mosinee scored a lot. Did you have time to add those up?
Absolutely.
Yeah, go ahead, then.
Yeah. Leading all scorers, Braden Ranke, 18 in the first half.
That's powerful.
All around the rim and second chance points. 12 for Carson Belgord. All threes, 4 triples for Carson. 9 points for Mitch Micklig. 7 for Gavin Schmiel. 4 for Sebastian Anderson. 2 points for Treve Stoffel. Averaging 13 a game. He had 2 in the first half.
All right, we will take a quick break, and we've got very important update to the first round of our 2025 popcorn bracket right after this on Zaleski Sports.
Too many people struggle with pain and injuries. At Mark's Chiropractic of Marathon, our goal is to get you back to doing the things you love. Whether you're looking for an adjustment, muscle work, laser therapy, or dry needling, we have you covered. Learn more by reaching out to Mark's Chiropractic on Main Street in Marathon or check out our website at marathonchiropractor.com.
For all things automotive, Marathon's choice is Parts City and Dotson Automotive at the corner of 3rd and Pine Street in Marathon. Dotson Auto has got you covered for all things auto repair, from oil changes, brakes, and pads, to tires, accessories, and more. Looking for auto parts? Parts City has just what you need, offering a wide selection of replacement parts, tools, fluids, and chemicals to keep your vehicle in shape and running right. For all things automotive, find the service or parts you need all under one roof at Parts City and Dotson Automotive in Marathon.
If you're looking for a local builder you can trust for your next home project, you found them in Underwood Construction. With decades of experience in building homes, replacing siding, decks, garages, and roofs, there is no home project they can't help with. Underwood Construction is a fully insured builder covering all of central Wisconsin. No matter your next project, If you need someone you can trust to do it right at a great price, call Underwood Construction at 715-573-5754.
Whether you're home or business, Marathon Plumbing Service is ready to help you with your next plumbing, septic system, water system, excavating, or trucking need. From the regular, everyday plumbing issues like leaky pipes or new installations to those more urgent situations like a failing septic system, you can always be assured the experts at Marathon Plumbing Service will get the job done right. In Marathon, Edgar, Wausau, Stratford, Athens, Marshfield, Medford, Abbotsford, Colby, and more, let Marathon Plumbing Service help you with your next project. Marathon Plumbing Service, where service is in their name.
And we come back to the Dragons. We're imagining the Dragons here.
We are imagining Dragons. Really good. I saw these guys live, and this is one of the most impressive songs that I've seen live. Little over 4 minutes left in the first half. We got some important things to talk about here.
Go ahead, Katie. Let's bring it up. This is our 2025 popcorn bracket, and the first round is now complete. And at first glance, and even you said it, Dan, all chalk. Well, that is technically true, but boy, there were some really close ones here. And I want to draw people's attention to the bottom right side of the bracket. Brookfield Central and DC Everest. DC Everest was in trouble early in this bracket as the scores came in. The report was that the first batch of popcorn they made, I mean, and again, this was their big night, right? You put on a show when we come into the gym because we're coming to taste your popcorn, and they burned the first batch.
That's no good. Plus, that's a bad smell, right?
It's a horrible smell.
Yeah.
So they were in bad shape early, but it got a little better as it went on, and then in came the equalizer, Brookfield Central. The popcorn, there was a little bit of a smell, but the issue there was it tasted like the cookies that were in the oven next door to the popcorn. So it lost its flavor. The cookie smell in the concession stand overwhelmed the popcorn. It infiltrated all the little air bubbles in the popcorn pops.
Gotcha.
And DC Everest snuck by just due to somewhat of a foot fault by the Brookfield Central squad.
So maybe this is like in the NCAA tournament where like it's a 2:15 game and the 2 wins just at the end. And you're like, you know what? Either they get their stuff turned around, or they're going to be a quick out next round.
I'm being told there was a time Amherst they had to pull the fire alarm because of the burnt popcorn, or it went off. First boys' home game of the year, and so they did not. They were not qualified for the tournament this year, mainly because of that.
No.
You can't have a fire alarm and qualify for the bracket. The other close one was Marshfield and Assumption. But in the end, Assumption actually disqualified from the contest. No score was sent in. So that was an unfortunate result.
Well, you know, we mentioned it. The Marshfield girls, you know, they're doing what they can to try to lift up the name of Marshfield popcorn in the area.
Thankfully. And everything else went pretty much according to, you know, there were some blowouts there. Auburndale easily cruised past Neenah. Greenwood, no trouble getting past Stratford, and those two are still the prohibitive favorites in this challenge, and that's why they're the 1 and the 2 seed. You had the Auburndale popcorn.
Auburndale popcorn was good. I'm not saying it's the best popcorn I've ever had. It's not as good as the movie theater, which is always really good popcorn, right? And it should be for what you pay for it. But, yeah, it was probably the best popcorn I've tasted, but I haven't been to a lot of these places yet.
At the movie theater, a bucket of popcorn is $54, so that's why.
Yeah, I'd pay it every time.
So we got Kaukauna and Eau Claire Memorial coming up next week. Greenwood and Marshfield girls basketball. That's a key thing there. The boys did not make the tournament. Auburndale and Colby and Pacelli and DC Everest. So those results will be announced at this time next week as our Popcorn Bracket Challenge continues. These results will be posted on Facebook for everybody to argue and disagree about.
We have a minute left in the half. Why don't we talk a little bit about the Zaleski VIP section,
all right,
which is starting to heat up. There's a lot of talk. There's a lot of talk lately. And something I want to tell you about that Coach Jacobson told me is that WIAA came out and said that for the teams that are seated next to each other, they're counting head-to-head this year.
Well, they did, if you were the 8-9 and you did play head-to-head, then the 9 could have been the 8.
Yes.
The 9 could have got a leg up on this. So that's,
but this year, if the seed scores are close enough,
Yeah.
they will put one on top of the other this year.
Well, and
4, 5, 2, 3.
Coach Jacobson likely leading the charge on that because
he's been
Marathon
effective.
and Stratford
Yeah.
2 years ago were in that very
Yes.
spot. So I'm sure he was a key proponent of that. So, all right, well, we'll keep tabs on that as halftime is over. We move to the second half, and Marathon to climb back into this one has, I think, Dan, they got to play near perfect for the first 5-6 minutes here.
They're going to have to play a really good game to avoid the running clock here in the second half.
All right, there we go. 31-point difference.
And maybe Coach Jacobson was just trying to will this into existence. Maybe he's trying to start the rumor here on Zaleski Sports to try to get it passed in time.
You mentioned VIP. It's $5 a month at ZaleskiSports.com, and you get to see things like the rankings. Mosinee ranked number 12. That's a mathematical score based on the same formula that the WIAA uses to seed these teams, and you get to see those seeds first if you're a VIP at ZaleskiSports.com. Treve Stoffel starts the scoring for the Indians.
Yep. First possession for the Red Raiders. Snyder, top of the key, gets it off to Wolfel. Had a really quiet first half. Inside touch, Bracewell, good. Mosinee did a great job slowing down Drew Stoffel and True Thurs in the first half. They're part of a fantastic Marathon team last year. We saw them lose in the state semifinal to a stubborn Kenosha St. Joseph's team, I would say.
Yeah, they did not want to share the ball with anybody. They were stubborn, for sure.
Really the worst game that Marathon played all year, and that happens a lot at state. Wolfel to the basket. Fingertip roll doesn't fall. Frankie with the rebound. Yeah, Kenosha St. Joe's, they went 2 minutes possessions, and it's, especially at the state level, it's really frustrating, especially when the team that you've covered is on the wrong side of it. Out of bounds to Marathon. 54-23, 16-14 left to play. Good turnout tonight. Friday night, no look pass underneath. Thurs strong on the layup. Gets his own rebound. Strong at the rim. That one doesn't fall. Frankie with the rebound. So 2 shots at the basket for Thurs. Neither one of them went. Still looking for his first field goal of the night. Give and go, wraparound pass. They are a well-oiled machine.
Yeah, Schmiel wrapped it right around.
That's a steal.
That is a steal.
Yep. Kicked out of bounds. This isn't soccer.
It's a good thing that wall is padded, or the ball would have rocketed right through the brick wall and put a hole in it.
Or it would have came back and hit somebody really hard in the face. No ricochet.
Angled right off of one of the indents of the wall.
Racky steals the inbounds. Interesting, Blake Kraft, number 24, starts the second half. He's a player that gets just a few minutes a game. Probably averages 1 or 2 minutes a game. Kraft, 3 from the wing, short, no good. Stoffel with the rebound. A lot of times coaches will put somebody like a Blake Kraft in the game to try to prove a point, right? That you're not giving us enough effort. We're going to find somebody on the team that's going to give us what we need. Thurs, 3.
And sometimes you find out that's the guy I'm going to go with after this, too.
It's true. It's very true. Blake Kraft practices just as much as everybody else on the team.
Sure does.
3 from the outside, a little short, no good for Schmiel. Out of bounds to the Red Raiders.
Yeah, last touched by Reinke. Let's see, what else can we tell the folks at home about? There's all kinds of good things going on around here. For all your personal business, auto, and life insurance needs, there's a local agent you can look to at Axis Insurance. Have a friend in your corner to customize the coverage you need. Learn more at AxisInsurance.net. Axis Insurance Agency. Their business revolves around you. See that? The Axis, it revolves right around you.
It's clever.
It's clever.
Yeah. I'm not sure who writes them. but it's clever.
We got a crack staff of writers.
Yeah. Racky, that's a tough shot. That falls.
Well, he practices that shot right after lunch when he comes in the gym every day.
He's got books in his one hand. He's just pushing it up. Yeah.
Yep.
Back to a 31-point game. Backdoor cut. Oh, a little strong, but a second chance opportunity. Reinke's got 22.
Yeah, Reinke boxed out Bracewell and gave himself that opportunity. 58-25, Mosinee on the Zaleski Sports Game of the Week.
Weeks Pub and Grill, located in Rib Falls. Open 7 days a week. Now serving breakfast on Sunday mornings from 8 to 11:30 a.m. A proud supporter of all Edgar athletic teams. Follow us on Facebook for our specials and upcoming events. Thank you to the Edgar community for your continued support.
It's PM Dawn.
It is.
Set Adrift on Memory Bliss. Remember that song?
Absolutely, I do. 1991, I think.
It's probably something like that. PM Dawn was hot for about 8 months.
It was. Yeah. 2 songs, I think.
Yeah. Let's see. Number 1, Spash, and number 2, Brookfield Hockey going at it right now in Zaleski Sports. Spash has broke the ice, figuratively speaking. 1-0 in the second period. Special thank you to our marathon sponsors, Brickner Motors of Little Chicago, AH Machine, Weakest Bar and Grill, TRW Auto Body, Marathon City Sports Center, Marathon Flooring, Marathon Cheese, Copper Mug, Axis Insurance, Mark's Chiropractic, and Underwood Construction.
Do you know who we lost this year?
Who?
Is the Mexican restaurant.
Oh, Three Amigos.
Three Amigos.
Bring them back.
I know.
Or are they not friends anymore?
I don't know. I actually stopped in there and had a really good meal.
Micklig on the bucket.
Yep.
Three Amigos. Yeah, I had a really nice. We did a show there last year, and they fed us with everything.
Yeah, it was 5 times more food than we could eat. So a typical Mexican dinner is what I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Turnover back to Mosinee.
Yeah, the other place we should go to, Marathon City Sports Center. Marathon City Sports.
I've been there many times.
You'll always find great food, cold drinks, bowling leagues. Great place for your next party or get-together. For the best in marathon dinner or get-together, come to Marathon City Sports Center. It's on Highway 7, just on the north end of town.
Yeah.
Or south end of town, south end of town. Highway 107.
Inside touch and score for Sebastian Anderson.
Dan, sometimes everything to me is north. I don't know why that is.
107 is north, I believe.
Yeah, but the bowling alley's on the south end of town.
Yeah. 3 by Racky, no good.
Actually,
touch foul.
Yeah, I was there this past summer in July. We were going to one of the balloon festivals just west of your house, actually.
Yeah. Yep.
But there was so much rain that day that they actually postponed it, but they had trouble getting the information out. They didn't use their social media, and they probably called the radio station, which was a trouble spot to get information out. So anyway, we went there. It was canceled. And then we said, well, we'll go to the bowling alley marathon. We had a great time there.
Yeah, the beer is always cold. I have bowled many games there. Ooh, a tough travel call.
I had a BLT when I went there.
All right.
And this was in July, and I remember that. So that tells you how good the food is. If you know where you ate somewhere in July.
It is really tough to find bad food in marathon.
Yeah. Even the school lunch is world-renowned.
I have never had the school lunch here.
That's what I've heard. That it's really good.
Peters fires a 3.
That was from the logo. Now the logo here is offset, but still from the logo.
Second triple of the night. Logan Peters having a good night.
All right. Well, 6'5", he can see the rim a little better than most.
That's just strong.
Yeah, that left hip of Micklig making room.
Micklig displaced the defender.
He sure did.
We are on a 40-point watch here.
Well, we had a running clock in the girls' game. Marathon was on the winning end of that one.
Thurs can't get it to go.
Peters.
Hands up to Peters.
What? What's going on here?
Man, you know what? He makes 11 more of those. This is a game.
Get him some playing time is what I'd say. I don't know what his average minutes are coming in, but I would increase it by 5.
Yeah, having a good showing. You know, and you might think, it's a 30-point game. It's now a 35-point game. but coaches watching effort.
Yep. Yep. Especially now.
Yeah.
Right, because
and character and it all matters.
Yeah, because coaches kind of abandon in any sort of scenario like this on the losing end, right? You've abandoned really being intense about the way that the offense is being run per se. Now we're just looking at who's hustling for me out there. Yeah, who's on the floor, who's boxing out well, just those kind of things.
Yeah, and the really good thing is that with Marathon, you don't see a lot of shoulders slumped. You don't see the guys chirping at each other.
No. Coach has too good of a program for outcomes like that.
Yeah, for sure. And they have had a couple tough games. The Wausau East game was a tough game.
Yeah, a lot like this one was.
Yes.
It was like this one, yeah.
But credit to Coach Jacobson and the Marathon team for scheduling those big schools to come in here and play. Stanicky with 2.
I like the way Stanicky slipped inside there on that and made himself available for the pass.
That's about the first time that I didn't see Ranky finish.
Well, it was everything but down.
Yeah. Oh, no-look pass, corner 3. Wolfel's going to shoot a triple.
All kinds of people down on the floor. They're going to say, though, that Wolfel was the one that was fouled, even though we had people tumbling in the lane.
Like dominoes.
Bring your home to the next level with a new floor, carpet, upgrade from Marathon Flooring. Marathon Flooring, transforming your home from the ground up. It's a good way to do it.
Wolfel has struggled from the line this year. Last year shot well over 70%, and I don't have the stats in front of me, but I bet you he's a tad over 50.
So less than last year.
Yeah.
0 for 2 on this end.
Slider for the Red Raiders.
And some of it is last year, Drew Thurs, Drew Wolfel both started on that really good team last year, but they weren't the focal points of that team, right? And this year, a lot of the burden has fallen on those 2 guys. And fair or not, I would say that it hasn't quite been as smooth as maybe what people thought coming in. Bad pass out of bounds going back to Marathon. But that's okay, because Marathon doesn't need those 2 guys to score 20 points a game, right?
Yeah, correct.
But at the same time, there is a lot more pressure on those 2 guys because they're the returners.
See Logan Peters out here in the corner calling for it. He wants to hit another 3.
Snyder 3, good.
Well, he'll hit one instead.
Snyder's got 10.
All right, keeping the score respectable, relatively speaking, 29-point difference.
The reason why 40 is a big number is because the clock runs.
That's right.
3 from the outside, in and out, no good. Second chance. Nobody put a body on Stoffel.
Stoffel all in one motion, the lift off and the putback.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if it shows up on the screen, but what we're seeing is that it's the explosiveness of the Mosinee team, right? It's the quick ups, it's the jumping quick and just being strong.
See the look on Coach Jacobson's face after that. His team had a chance for a turnover there and ended up throwing it out of bounds, and you can just see disappointment's too strong a word, but just the dissatisfaction.
Yeah, his kids are still playing hard, though.
They certainly are.
Yeah.
That says a lot as we enter the 4th quarter, 31-point game.
And Mosinee's a good team. It's not just this year. It is every year.
Yeah.
And they do play in a Division II conference.
Yep.
That's up a little bit this year. Rhinelanders are a really good team.
The Hodags are pushing.
Yeah, they've been a top 10 team in Division II most of the season. Medford's always good.
Yep.
3 from the outside is buried. Bellegarde's 5th of the night.
Good thing nobody's talking about your T-Birds.
Yeah, Coach Jarvincevu, who was a player there after I was gone, which really puts things into perspective for me. Wolfel 3, no good. When his dad was my freshman basketball coach, so his son went through the program, played, went somewhere else, and now he's coaching. So it's 2 generations past me now. Bellegarde again for 3.
I called a couple of years ago. I called a Minocqua Wood Ducks adult league baseball game, and there were 3 Jarvincevus on the team.
Well, this is one of them. Yeah. And when I was playing there, Peters 3 no good. When I was playing there, the kid that's coaching, he was like 8 years old. He was a little kid and shooting that they were always on with the varsity team, right? Belgord steps in. That's too close for him.
It was too close for him. Rattled it in and out.
So, yeah.
Well, there you go. A little. I fit in Minocqua Wood Ducks during the broadcast.
Yeah. Barons hits a 3.
And as he does, Coach Jacobson calls the timeout. 74-40, 7:43 to play on the Zaleski Sports Game of the Week.
At Greater Insurance Service, you're more than just a number. You're an individual with unique needs, and that calls for an insurance policy that's unique to you. Call today for more information on auto, home, health, business, and much more. Let Greater Insurance Service work for you.
Here at Brickner Motors, in Little Chicago, we will help you order your brand new Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, or Jeep, and get it equipped the way you want it, in the color you've always dreamed of. Whether you choose from our in-stock selection or order factory fresh, quality vehicles at competitive prices are what keep people coming back again and again. Make the drive out to Brickner Motors on Little Chicago's northeast side and let our family take care of your family. You can count on us.
During that timeout, Dan, Coach Matt Lindsay of Mosinee coaching up his guys, telling them about bad communication. He said, you guys aren't talking. You've got to communicate out there. And we've seen a couple of made marathon buckets, and really it has been a lack of communication on the defensive end.
Yeah, and it's the little things, right? Like, yeah, we're up by 30 points, but, communication can't break down.
Yeah, and that's on the other side of it, right? So we talked about what Coach Jacobson's looking for here in the lopsided score. But Coach Lindsay, it's not a whole lot different, right? He wants his guys to stay focused and stay tuned in. And lack of communication means you're getting lackadaisical. Doesn't like it.
See a little full court man that time, and really good job by Belgord to understand what it was and have his teammates. Let's tip that out of bounds, going to stay with the Indians.
Yeah, Gorski got a little lost down there in the corner.
Yeah. That PM Dawn song. We were talking about Send Adrift on Memory Bliss with Me.
Yeah.
The end of that song, they have some chimes or some bells. Yeah. I love that part of the song.
Yeah, like bells, and maybe one guy's got a triangle.
Yeah. I mean, seriously. They were hot for 8 months.
It was like a summer.
Yeah,
it
really was. It was summer. Yeah. It was like spring, summer, and the fall.
Yeah.
And I remember going back to school, whatever grade it was, like 5th grade or whatever. Yeah. Like PM Dawn, I was like, PM Dawn, awesome.
Yeah, did you hear that song? Yeah, that song is good.
WIFC.
The girls back then would say that song is so fetch.
I don't know. That wasn't.
That's what they said back then.
That wasn't the lingo in Minocqua at the time. No, that never made its way up north.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, I thought it went to Forest County, but that maybe it skipped you and into Forest County.
Off the turnover, can't get it to go. We got Gorski in the game that you mentioned.
Yeah, got a rebound there.
Yeah, Coach Lindsay trying to get some new kids in. Too far underneath the basket for Anderson. Marathon is going to try to keep this under 40. That's a good goal. Snyder, 3, in and out, no good.
Well, that's what you do in these lopsided situations. You try to set some new goals as you go along, some achievable goals, and that certainly should be one of them.
Yeah. From a coaching perspective, in these types of situations, you try to say, we want to hold them under 80. Like, we haven't done a good job, but let's hold them to a number.
Gorski got he was out in front of it. What they say there, his nose is in front of his skis, getting the ball into the basket, end up getting called with the offensive foul.
Nathaniel Conert in the game.
All right. Hey, listen here, Dan. We all know how important it is to have the right insurance when you need it. In Marathon, Keith Paul is your local independent insurance agent who knows just what you need. For the one source for all your insurance needs, look to Keith Paul Agency. It's on Main Street, right over here in Marathon.
Yep. 3, no good. Racky couldn't get it to go. Out ahead, Racky. Good job throwing it off of the defender. I think the official, just the feedback from the fans that might have seen that don't necessarily agree.
Yep.
But it's also a 74-40 game.
We're
so
sticking with it.
Yeah, so let's go with it.
Got Margie in Wausau watching the broadcast tonight.
Hello, hello.
Yeah. And many other people, too.
Since you talked to Coach Lindsay, I think you're doing the postgame festivities tonight.
All right. As long as he's timely. I'm not waiting around.
Yeah. That's a good point.
But usually on the road, you're a little more expedient. You got the bus waiting for you outside.
Yeah.
You just want to get the boys back home.
Yeah, you got a weekend
Dang right.
to get to.
Dang right.
You know, the boys are going to have tomorrow off, probably have some film and shoot around Sunday.
Yeah, by the looks of it, one or two of these Mosinee ball players have a girlfriend. Most probably don't, but one or two does. So, you've got some winter carnival planning to do with your lady.
There might even be dances. There's winter dances.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You got the snowflake ball coming up.
Yeah.
What was the other one in winter? Sadie Hawkins? Do you do the Sadie Hawkins around here? That's where the tradition is the girl asks the boy to the dance. It's the only way you can go is the girl had to ask the boy. And then.
Yeah, we didn't have that at Lakeland. It's a good thing because I would never have gone. Snyder up ahead, thirds, extra pass, Bracewell for the basket.
That was pretty good in transition there. That'll be something that Coach Jacobson can take to his team on film study on Sunday and said, yeah, do this. What that was, do that.
So I'm checking the Mosinee schedule, which you can find at ZaleskySports.com.
They got a game against Medford coming up, don't they?
They have Kaukauna at home tomorrow.
Oh, okay. That's the remnants of Casey Smith, the athletic director in Mosinee, now in Kaukauna. Yeah. It's a good matchup, though. Kaukana's a high-flying group.
Yeah.
And that'll be live right here on Zaleski Sports tomorrow. Tip at 6:15 for your Saturday afternoon or evening viewing right in between playoff football games. You can watch that one.
Tomorrow, it's Sunday, right?
Oh, the games are just Sunday.
Yeah.
Sorry. No NFL football on Saturday.
No, college basketball now. Full-time Saturdays.
You go to the CBS news desk at halftime for the college basketball games.
Yeah, Clark Kellogg.
Yep.
Yeah.
Seth Davis ever show up there?
Seth Davis is still around. Yeah.
Right. Who's the host? I always forget his name because, of course, Gumbel's not there anymore.
Yeah.
But the other guy they have, he's not as cool as Greg Gumbel was.
Yeah, and Jay Wright. Jay Wright's on there.
Yeah. Well, anyway, 6:15, Kaukauna Mosinee. Two ranked teams going at it. It's Kaukauna is round number 10 in Division 1. They've got a UWGB commit. See if he can figure out how to beat Nobody U next year.
Probably going to get some play time.
Yeah.
Although it depends who the coach is next year because I got a feeling that it's not going to be Mr. Gottlieb.
May not be Dougie Jean. Yeah, Van Cowenberg is the Kaukauna player going to UWGB. Another run out for the Red Raiders.
Yeah, Radke. They have cut this thing to 28.
Okay. So keep it under 30.
Yep.
One goal.
Showing some gusto here.
Keep it under 80 was maybe another goal.
And in all honesty, Coach Lindsay is spreading minutes a little bit more now than what he was earlier in the game.
Okay. Got a final coming in from Wisconsin Rapids, girls basketball. It's a girls-boys doubleheader there. Marshfield 70, Wisconsin Rapids 61.
I assume that's boys.
Final. No, that was a girls' score. Yeah, trust me. I know. Boys are playing right now, and it came from the girls' coach, so it was a girls' score. So we do get Omar Ingram's girlfriend in on the chat. As I was talking about some of these guys probably without girlfriends. And girlfriend does confirm no Sadie Hawkins in Mosinee. That's too bad. You can still ask Omar to go to the dance anyway, though. You can still take the lead on that. Nothing wrong with that.
Foul before the shot.
It's modern day, right? Girl can ask a boy. That's nothing wrong with that. We got to get Omar on the basketball floor, though.
Girls chasing boys. Can you imagine that? That's a Back to the Future line.
Hey, Omar!
Omar in the game. Hey.
Yep, girlfriend's watching at home. We get Omar in.
What is her name? Or what does she go by on?
Aerospace Net.
Aerospace Net.
So Arrow.
Yeah.
Arrow for short. All right, Arrow and Omar. Let's see what Omar can do.
Omar coming off a screen. He was open, but yeah, I like it.
Timing is impeccable around here.
It really is.
3:05 to play, Dan. It's kind of what happens in a score like this. Divert into these other routes.
Yeah, let's see who Marathon has next week. I should know this because I'm probably doing the games.
Omar to the rack and lays it short.
Shot from the elbow is good. I tell you what, I would say the second tier of the Marathon team, so players, I would say 5 through 10, really showing up here in the second half.
Yeah, it's gonna help Adam. I'm not gonna say it's gonna help him sleep easier, but it's gonna help him get home a little easier tonight.
Tuesday night here at Marathon. How about Stratford Tigers coming to town?
That's a big one. You'll be here on Tuesday.
I will be here. Marathon won at Stratford. Both teams tied for second place at 2 losses. Tough shot, no good.
It was a strange-looking shot.
Yeah.
I'll just say it.
See, when I got to play in the games, it was this time, and like all the rules go out the window.
They really do, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ball goes through the legs of Schmiel.
In croquet, that was a good shot in croquet.
Yeah. Here's Omar. Shoot it. Shoot it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ask for the screen. Okay. Screen away. Get in the corner.
It's good off-ball movement.
It is. It is.
Baseline.
Ooh, unselfish play.
Yeah, there's Savaikas dished it to Konert. And we will take our final timeout here of this one. It's the Zaleski Sports Game of the Week.
Looking for a new or different career path right here in Marathon? Look no further than AH Machine on Maratech Avenue in the Marathon Business District. Hiring for fabrication and more, this local company offers competitive pay and plenty of flexibility. AH Machine is locally owned and operated and is a proud supporter of the city of Marathon. Good luck to the Marathon High School athletes this season from AH Machine on Maratech Avenue in Marathon.
We'll
get there.
I was mixing it up over here, unintentionally.
This is
everybody knows this one. Everybody knows this one.
Yeah.
Another 80s jam.
Yep.
Yeah. Aha, Take On Me.
Yeah.
Aha. What about that's a name for a group, isn't it?
Yep.
Aha.
Take On Me. Take Me On.
That's one of the best videos of all time.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah. It was ahead of its time, is what I would say.
Animation mixed with reality.
Like the drawing and like the guy behind like the groceries, yeah. Inside Blake Kraft.
Crafty.
Yeah, he doesn't have many points this year.
Peters near steal into the Hawaiian shirts over there.
A little chilly for the Hawaiian theme.
My overpronunciation is a Pulp Fiction reference. He had the Hawaiian burger, the Big
Hawaiian,
Kahuna.
Yeah.
Big Kahuna, but Samuel L. Jackson called it the Hawaiian burger.
Yeah.
The Big Kahuna. It's a tasty burger. It really is. Say what one more time?
Have you watched any of the Beast games on Prime? You should.
I should.
You will like it.
We're still working our way through Outlander on Netflix.
So Beast games.
Okay. That's different than the Squid?
Yeah,
the Squid
different.
Game? Different. Okay.
Mr. Beast, he's the big YouTube personality.
Oh, that guy. Yeah, I know. His face scares me.
So, trust me on this. There's like 6 episodes or something,
okay.
right?
All
he's
right.
giving away $5 million.
Yeah.
1,000 contestants, a lot of games of chance.
$5 million of Prime money?
Probably,
Given by Prime? Yeah, okay. Amazon?
Probably.
No. Okay. Beast games. Okay.
Yeah. So it's not a reality show. It's a game show, I guess. But it is a lot of games of chance. It's a lot of morally ambiguous, like, do I eliminate my team if I get a lot of money? right? And trying to trust strangers that you don't know to make sure that you guys all stay in the game.
Have you seen this, Katie? No? No, Katie's not seeing it either.
Shout out on the YouTube chat if you're into the Beast games here.
Beast games.
Yeah. Okay. They start with 1,000. I watched the new episode. They're down to 10.
Oh.
One of these 10 people are going to win $5 million cash.
My missus is addicted to Love Below Deck.
I do not know what that is.
Okay. Yeah, it's what you think it is.
Stole it away. Dunk it. Kraft with the left-handed layup.
It's a show for girls. It's there's drama and people fighting and people kissing and that kind of thing.
Turnover.
Yeah.
See, now if this is like the old MTV Jams basketball games where they had like 10-point areas. Remember that?
Yes.
Where there are like parts of the court on the other side that are like painted purple.
Right.
And if you make it from there, you get 10.
Right.
You know, you can cut into the lead.
3-possession game.
Yeah, exactly. Which, you know, in today's NBA, like that's just a shot. Peters blocked, can't get it to go.
Make sure to stay tuned after this one's done. We are not done, as we will bring to you our Merrill Steel postgame show. I will be courtside with Coach Matt Lindsay and a Highlight House Player of the Game to be named by Coach Lindsay. So stay tuned for that. You'll hear me, Coach Lindsay, and one of the Mosinee players talk about their performance tonight.
How about this one right here?
Yeah. Okay
Peters! Oh, can't get it to fall. 2 seconds. The putback is good.
Yep, 13 points. Yeah. We'll see about that. So our final score has arrived. Mosinee 76 and Marathon 54. Time now for a Merrill Steel postgame show. I will be courtside again with Coach Matt Lindsay. And we've got one in mind. We'll see if Coach agrees with us. So that all coming up. But first, this from Merrill Steel.
Merrill Steel welcomes you as you join us in a virtual tour. Our main facility in Schofield, Wisconsin covers an area of roughly 46 acres and is home to our company headquarters. From this location, paired with our facilities in Comanche, Iowa and Springfield, Missouri, we are able to easily fulfill the needs of the industry nationwide. With nearly 1 million square feet of combined space between our 3 facilities, we are able to take on some of the biggest and most complex jobs, making us one of the top 5 steel fabricators in the country. We employ the best of the best welders, those who can weld efficiently with both metal core and flux core, and who aren't afraid to work hard. We also offer on-the-job training, so even beginner welders can learn the ropes and help us build it big. As a backup to our dedicated weld fab team, we have a robotic welder. Merrill Steel is the 4th in the U.S. to have gotten one, keeping us on the leading edge of technology. With the combination of both man and machine, no job is too big to handle, but they'd have no work on their hands without our machine operators. Where our fabrication process really begins is here. Our skilled machine ops team is responsible for bringing in the raw steel. Be it sawing, cutting, drilling, or punching, they make sure the steel is in the correct shape and size for our fab teams. As an addition to the machine ops team, we've recently purchased multiple Python X machines. These handy systems have given us increased productivity, unmatched cut quality, and predictable and consistent throughput. Moving away from fabrication, we come to our coating department. One of the unique benefits of working with Merrill Steel is our in-house blasting and painting capabilities. Many projects require a complex coating system, and that's where we shine above the competition. We regularly apply corrosion-resistant coating in-house, as well as intumescent fire protection when needed. We hold the endorsement for sophisticated paint and coating from AISC. This, along with our NACE certified inspectors, ensure a high-quality finish for every piece. The loading and staging process, sandwiched between the end of production and shipping, is an important step in the fabrication process. Within a moment's notice, we are able to handle and place an entire load onto a trailer for quick delivery to a job site. Finally, the last stage in our process is shipping. Our transit company, Merrill Steel Transit Services, is a wholly owned subsidiary of Merrill Steel Incorporated, consisting of more than 20 state-of-the-art trucks designed for transporting oversized and overweight shipments, along with hundreds of trailers ranging from 48-foot flatbeds to heavy-haul Jeep and booster combinations. We employ only the most highly skilled professional drivers, highly experienced mechanics, and knowledgeable office staff who work as a team to provide cost-effective service in a timely manner. Our shipping fleet is a major reason why we are able to be competitive throughout North America, including the contiguous 48 states, Alaska, and Canada. Thank you for taking the time to learn a little bit about us. We look forward to having you join us in building it big.
Welcome back. Post-game show. Merrill Steel post-game show. 76-54, the Mosinee Indians come into Marathon and cruise to a comfortable win. The final being a 22-point margin. The game got up to 36 for a while. Marathon fought back and made it respectable. Mosinee improves to 11-4 on the season. Marathon drops to 10-5. Both teams were 10-4 coming into the game. Halftime score was 52-21, so Mosinee led by 31 at the half. And again, they cruised to a 22-point victory. For the Marathon Red Raiders, scoring-wise, leading the team, Logan Peters with 11 points, 3 triples. He had a really good game, a really good second half as well on both ends of the floor. 10 points for Landon Snyder, the point guard. 7 points apiece for River Stanecki and Sawyer Barons. 6 points for Garrett Bracewell. 6 points for Cody Ratke. 4 points for Blake Kraft. 2 points for Drew Wolfel and 1 point for Chu Thurs. The Marathon Red Raiders shot 4 of 10 from the free throw line. Not a good percentage. Did not get to the free throw line very much the duration of the game. On the other side of the court, Mosinee going to make the trip back home. Short trip to Mosinee, probably a 20-minute drive, I would say, by school bus. Monster game for Braden Ranke. 22 points, and he didn't really have to play too much the last 10 minutes of the game. Had 18 at the half, finishes with 22. 18 points, all on three-pointers for Carson Balgord. Finishes with 18. 13 points for Mitch Mikulig. 8 points for Treve Stoffel. 7 points for Gavin Schmiel. 6 points for Sebastian Anderson. 2 points for Nathaniel Conert. Only shot 1 of 2 at the free throw line. Mosinee is going to host Kaukauna tomorrow. Marathon is going to host Stratford on Tuesday. Jason Zaleski is down at half court. He's got Coach Lindsay, and it looks like Carson Balgord and Mitch Mikulig. Let's throw it down to Jason.
Here on the floor, visiting with Mosinee Indians head basketball coach Matt Lindsay. Lopsided score tonight. You and I talked before the game. You want to get out in transition, get some things rolling, and you did right away. Tell us about that.
Yeah, we got great length. That's what you kind of talked about with us ahead of time, and we like to use that length in a variety of different presses, whether it's man-to-man or diamond or a 2-1-2. We like to get out, get our hands up, get deflections. As we talk about, it's about playing as a team, and so the guys up front are going to get the deflections, the guys that are back are going to get the steals usually, and then we're going to look to go and score.
From them, you got a few different defensive looks tonight, so tell us about that and what you'll do to carry that forward.
Yeah, we really enjoy it when teams come out and play some zone against us. We don't see it a ton, but when we do, we've been very good at executing and getting into spots. As you can tell, our guys love to find each other in our offense. They're looking for each other as we're cutting and moving throughout the game, which makes this a whole lot of fun to coach this group of guys because they're not always looking for their own. They're looking to help their teammate get some buckets, get some rebounds, get some steals out there tonight. And that's really what we're looking at doing at all times in our offense. We're very team focused. Whether it's man-to-man or zone, we're looking at cutters, and we're looking to find those cutters getting to the rim.
A lot of things went well for you and your guys tonight. One thing maybe that didn't go as well, especially in the first half, defensive rebounding. Was that something unique tonight, or is that something you need to work on?
I would say that's unique to tonight. We set up goals every time for our rebounding of where we need to be at. We're looking for 85% of the defensive rebounds on most nights and 35 of our offensive rebounds. And like I said, most nights we get those, or we're right around those numbers. Tonight I haven't seen them yet, but I know we weren't quite where we wanted to be at. We talked about that at halftime, about we got to get stronger on the glass in the second half.
Lastly, Coach, probably a little bit more competitive game tomorrow. Kaukauna coming to town. On a short turnaround, how do you get ready for the Ghost tomorrow?
They got some players that do some very similar things to the players at Marathon do. If you look at Drew, he loves to dribble baseline and get some nice little pull-ups on the baseline. They got a player, his first name's Keegan. That's what he's looking to do as well. They shoot the three extremely well. Marathon shoots the three extremely well. So we just got to make sure we know where those shooters are at. We got to get hands up, and we got to be closing off and flying out there to get them to put the ball on the deck and get off that three-point line.
Congrats on the win today. Good luck tomorrow.
Hey, thank you. Have a good night.
You got a coach. Good seeing you again. Now we'll bring these guys in here. Got a pair of guys to talk to here. We'll start with Carson first. Let's talk about the outside shooting tonight. You were certainly a part of that. So just tell us about the game plan coming in, how you guys executed from the outside.
Well, we have the same game plan every week. Touch the paint, kick out to open shooters, get open looks. Tonight I have to give full credit to my teammates. I had Mitch, Treve, Braden, Gavin. They were all just looking for me. And then luckily tonight I was hitting those open looks they were providing for me.
And then able to get out to that big lead. What does that do for you guys defensively? I'm not saying you let off the gas, but able to maybe perfect your craft defensively with a big lead.
Well, in the second half, we did somewhat let off the gas pedal, but tomorrow we don't have that luxury with Kaukauna coming to town. Last time we had a back-to-back game going on a Saturday. We started off flat-footed, and we lost a tough game to Freedom, so we can't let that happen tomorrow.
All right, we'll have you guys switch spots here for me. We'll talk to Mitch here a little bit. Mitch, I think we had you down for 12 or 13, Dan? 12 or 13. Yeah, 13 points tonight. So pretty good performance. Tell us how your guys were able to help find you and give you this kind of night tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. We play with a very unselfish team, and we knew Marathon, great coach, great players. We were going to have to play hard and cut well, and that's what I was able to do.
Just give me kind of an update on the season. We've got your rank number 12. That's pretty good, but still a lot of work to be done maybe in conference. Just give us an update on the season so far for your team.
Yeah, we're always taught rankings mean nothing. Like, we just got to go in. Obviously, tough loss to Pines earlier in the season. We just got to go in with a 0-0 or a good mindset to the game and hopefully finish out strong.
Yeah, this one's behind you. Every game is the next big one, right? Absolutely. And as you guys both said, you got a big one tomorrow. 6:15 tip. We'll have it live here on Zaleski Sports. So, all right, we'll give you guys the microphone. You want to maybe kind of think about it, rehearse a little bit what you want to say before we get into it?
I'm we're in the house. Carson Belcourt.
Yeah, I'll tell you down when you're ready. You ready? Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
I'm Mitchell Miklik. I'm Carson Belcourt, and we're in the house.
Yeah, there we go, guys. Hey, again, congrats on the win tonight. Good luck tomorrow against Kaukauna. All right, guys, we'll send it up to Dan Ross for closing thoughts.
Thank you. Thank you, Jason. Yeah, okay. We're back. Final score, 76-54. Tune in tomorrow night. You'll see the Mosinee Indians taking on the Kaukauna Galloping Ghosts in Mosinee. If you're not out doing too much, it's going to be a fantastic game. Go out to the Mosinee gym or stay home and watch it here on Zaleski Sports. For Jason Zaleski, Dan Ross, it's been the Zaleski Sports Game of the Week. Have a great night.